To our 4 o'clock heated vinyasa. I'm going to welcome each of you to your practice and to this room. No pressure. We're going to start off seated, or however feels good. We're going to start off with a little breath work. If you want to start off reclined, you can. Our asanas will start off seated. And take a moment to arrive within this room. Take a moment to find stillness. Settle in. You might want some blocks for this practice. If you would like some and do not have some, just raise your hand and I will bring some. We're going to do a mandala flow today. And also talk a little bit about the sheaths of the body, the koshas of the body. So coming into the breath, maybe closing down the eyes. Maybe the eyes come to a soft gaze. Begin to notice your breath. Begin to notice the inhale, feeling the air move past the nostrils. Feeling the exhales, feeling the belly fall inward towards the spine. We're taking those nice full inhales into the belly. Noticing the exhales. I like to relate the parts, the sheaths of the body to a system called pies. So we have our physical body, our intellectual body, our emotional body, and our spiritual body. Our physical body is made up of physical matter. It's what we can touch. It's our skin. It's our organs. Our intellectual body is the wisdom sheath. It's made up of our intellect, our discernment, our willpower. The emotional body is our mental sheath that's made of our thoughts, emotions, our psychological states. And our spiritual body, our bliss body, our bliss sheath that is made up of joy and peace and unity with our Creator. It is our innermost sheath. Perhaps you use this practice today to feel something different in one of these bodies, within your physical body, your intellectual body, your emotional body, or your spiritual body. Take that moment to set that intention. Your intention can be whatever you want it to be, but maybe you join me today in feeling something different. We'll take a full inhale through your nose. Sigh it out. Another inhale through your nose. And let it go. Let's do a little pranayama before we begin. We'll begin off our practice with box breathing. So in box breathing, we inhale for a count of 4, we hold for a count of 4, we exhale for a count of 4, and hold for a count of 4. So let's take a cleansing breath together, just a full inhale through the nose. Let it go. Begin. Inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold 3, 2, 1. Exhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold 4. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Last one. Hold. Exhale. Take a full inhale through your nose. And sigh it out. Take a moment here. Notice how you feel. Do we feel a little more present within the room? Do you feel a little more present within your body? Allow your breath to come to a more natural rhythm. Perhaps you come into Ujjayi breathing, that ocean breath, that pranayama that sounds like the waves of the ocean, inhaling through your nose and exhaling through your nose, but constricting through the back of the throat so that the exhale becomes audible, perhaps even loud enough for your neighbor to hear. Fluttering the eyes open. Let's inhale, sweep those arms overhead. Exhale, hands come to heart center and Anjali Mudra. Twice more. Inhale, sweep the arms overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. Reach out long. Inhale. Exhale, hands to heart. Beautiful. Inhale, sweep your arms overhead. And as we exhale, let's bring this left palm down to the mat. Right arm's going to reach up and over, lateral bend. As you inhale, gaze up towards the sky, cactus the top arm long. As we exhale, we're going to reach this right arm over to the mountain wall, bend deep in your lateral bend. Inhale, sweep your top arm out to the windows, straighten your spine, and drop your left ear to your left shoulder. We're going to pause here, take a breath. Exhale your chin to your chest. And then roll that left ear back to the left shoulder. And as you inhale, reach your right arm out to the mountain wall. We're going to bend that right elbow and bend the left elbow, find the right temples, and gently guide the ear towards the shoulder. Feel the right fingertips pull towards the window. We'll drop those left fingertips back down to the mat. Take a breath. Exhale, drop the chin to the chest. Roll the left ear to the left shoulder. Inhale, sweep the arms up and bring the neck to neutral. Exhale, right palm down. Left arm reaches up and over. Inhale, cactus the top arm, gaze to the ceiling. Exhale, reach that left arm to the windows, deep lateral bend. Inhale, sweep your left arm parallel to the ground, straighten your spine, and as you exhale, drop your right ear to your right shoulder. Breathe in here. Exhale, drop your chin to your chest. Inhale, roll that right ear to the right shoulder. And then reach that right arm out long. Find your left temple with your right fingertips. Gently guide your ear towards your shoulder. Maybe you roll that left palm up as you reach your fingertips out towards the mountain wall. Breathe in. As we exhale, the right palm comes back down to the mat. Inhale, arms rise. Sweep it up, neck to neutral. Exhale, cactus the arms, puff the chest, lift the chin. Interlace the palms behind the back. Press the fists down to the sacrum. Lift up through the heart space. Allow the collarbones to come wide. Take a breath. And we have an option here to round through the spine or hinge forward into a forward fold. Maybe you press your palms back behind you towards the block wall. Or maybe you keep them down at your sacrum. Other options here are to sway from side to side, starting to find a little stretch in the lower back. Find a movement if it feels good for you, or find stillness. If you are in movement, next time you come to center, rise up through the torso. Place your fingertips next to your hips and change out the orientation of your legs. Ground down through your sits bones. Inhale, sweep those arms overhead. Exhale, right palm down. Left palm down, right arm reaches up and over. Inhale, cactus, lift and gaze high. Exhale, reach to the mountain wall. Inhale, sweep the top arm out to the windows and drop the left ear to the left shoulder. Exhale, chin to chest. We're just going to roll that left ear back to the left shoulder and inhale, sweep the arms overhead. Exhale, right palm down, left arm up and over. Inhale, cactus, lift high. Exhale, let's reach that right arm, the left arm to the windows. Inhale, sweep that top arm parallel to the ground and drop your right ear to your right shoulder. Beautiful. Exhale, chin to chest. Inhale, let's roll that right ear back to the right shoulder. And on the next inhale, arms rise. Exhale, cactus the arms, puff the chest, lift through the heart space. Exhale, interlace the palms behind the back, press the fists down to the mat. Lift up through the shoulders, take a deep breath. Exhale, maybe you fold or maybe you round through the spine. Beautiful, find movement here if it feels good, or just stay in your fold. Maybe you rock side to side. Maybe you press your fists back to the block wall or even up to the ceiling. Finding a nice stretch through those shoulders. Beautiful. Inhale, rise up. Arms rise. Exhale, hands through heart center, Anjali Mudra. Beautiful. Let's walk those fingertips out long. Find a seated forward fold. Walk the fingertips over to the left. Maybe you place your right palm on the left hand, finding length through that right side body. Breathe deep into that right rib cage. Walk the palms through, neutral over to the opposite side. Place the left palm on top of the right palm. Breathe into that left rib cage, big breath. We'll walk the palms back to center, and then pull the body forward. We'll meet in tabletop. Beautiful. Find yourself in your alignment here. So in tabletop or quadruped, we want our shoulders to be over our wrists, and our hips will be over our knees. Pointing your toes behind you, perhaps the tops of your feet are meeting with the mat. From here, we'll take a cat-cow. So we're going to inhale. As you lift your tailbone, you dip your chest down, or dip your belly down and lift up through the heart space. Exhale, tuck the tailbone, round the spine, chin to chest for cat. Let's do that again. Inhale, cow pose, lift the tailbone, lift the gaze. Exhale, tuck the tailbone, the spine follows, the chin comes to chest. 2 more. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, cat, tucking around. Neutral spine. Beautiful. Take a seat onto your heels or onto a block. We're just going to wake our wrists up. So you might take a block and place it between your legs, or just take a seat onto your heels. We're going to interlace the palms together and roll through those wrists. Finding circle 8s through the wrist. And then take a moment and flip them away from you. Round through the stomach, gaze down. Inhale, reach those arms up. Exhale, cactus, lift through the heart space. On an inhale, scoop the air and interlace your fingers differently than you did before. And then flip your palms away from you, gaze down. Inhale, reach those arms overhead. Exhale, cactus. Come back to tabletop. All right, from here, we're going to wake our wrists up a little bit more. So we're going to turn our fingertips towards our knees. So you're going to rotate your fingers away from your body so that your fingertips come inward towards your knees. And maybe you send your hips towards your heels slightly. Maybe you find some cat-cows in this shape. This is a big wrist opener, so be gentle with yourself. Find any movement here. Maybe you sway side to side, finding those new feelings that we were talking about, inviting in something different than what you're used to. Turn one palm back towards the top of the mat, and then the other. Beautiful. Now from here, we'll take one more cat-cow. Inhale, lift the tailbone, lift the gaze. Exhale, tuck that tailbone, round the spine, chin to chest. We're going to stay in this cat shape as we inhale. As we exhale, we'll come to cow. So we're reversing the pranayama with the asana. So we're going to inhale to cat. And then we'll exhale to cow. Notice how different that might feel for you than when we inhale into cow and exhale into cat. Maybe you feel a little more widening through the back body this way. Maybe you feel no change at all. Close down your eyes, find movement here, find breath. Inhaling into your cows or into your cats. Exhaling, finding more movement. Perhaps you find barrel rolls here by dipping the belly down and swaying it to one side or the other. Make this movement intuitive. Ask your body what it needs from you in this moment, and see if you can honor that. Beautiful. Find stillness here. Neutral tabletop position. We're going to tuck the toes under. And when you're ready, send the hips up and back. Exhale into a downward facing dog. Beautiful. Take a moment in this inversion. For some of us, this is probably the first inversion of the day. So take a moment to see how it feels. Pedal it out. Rise on your toes. Maybe you drop your heels from one side of the mat on an exhale, and then rise on your toes as you inhale, and drop your heels to the other side of the mat on an Feel your body. Notice your emotions. Beautiful. Inhale, rise on your toes. Exhale, bend your knees and switch your gaze to the top of the mat. Step, hop, or float to the top. Inhale for a half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Bend your knees generously. It's our first forward fold. Take a moment here. Maybe you wrap your arms around behind your legs. Drop your head heavy. Maybe you grab opposite elbows and sway side to side. Listen to your body, find movements. Beautiful. We're going to flow through a sun salutation. Inhale, roll to rise. Find each vertebra along the way. Roll the shoulders back. Find the palms open. Standing mountain pose, Tadasana. Inhale, sweep your arms overhead. Exhale, forward fold. On an inhale, half lift. L-shape the body, so we're straightening that spine out. Exhale, plant your palms into the mat. Step back to plank. Plank is your posture. We're feeling nice and strong in this plank. Pressing into the mat, protracting through the shoulders. That means your shoulders are coming apart from one another. We'll take a full breath here. And then exhale, chaturanga. Hug your elbows to your ribs, lower your body down. As you inhale, find a heart opener. Maybe that's Bhujangasana. So we lift up through the heart space. And then on an exhale, we're going to tuck our toes, send the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Beautiful. Moving nice and slow, moving with rhythm, moving with thoughts, moving with feeling. Let's take a collective breath in and let it go. Inhale, rise on your toes. Exhale, bend the knees, switch the dristy. Step, hop, float, make your way to the top of your mat. Half lift, inhale. Notice how you feel. Exhale, fold. We'll flow through again. Inhale, sweep the arms overhead. We're gonna flow straight through. So as you exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, plant those palms and flow through your vinyasa. So we step back to plank, chaturanga as we exhale. Inhale, heart opener. Exhale, meet and down dog. Beautiful. We're going to do 2 more sun salutations before our mandala flow. Inhale, rise on your toes. Exhale, bend the knees, switch the dristy. Make the way to the top. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, flow through, arms rise. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, flow through your vinyasa at your own pace. Beautiful. When you are ready, we will meet in that downward facing dog. And we will meet for that collective breath in through the nose. Sigh it out. Again, inhale through your nose. Let it go. Last one, inhale. Sigh it out. Rise on your toes, inhale. Step, hop, float to the top, half lift, inhale. Miss your breath there. Exhale, forward fold. Beautiful. Last one, arms rise. Let's flow faster. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Straighten the back out. L-shape the body. We're active here. Don't allow your body to hunch over, but roll your shoulder blades together. Breathe. Exhale, plant the palms to the mat. Let's flow together. Step back to plank. Plank is our posture. Feel nice and strong, pressing into the mat, feeling the ground, feeling the mat beneath your palms, beneath your toes. Feel your breath, fill your belly. As we exhale, hug your elbows to your ribs as you lower your body down to the mat. Untuck the toes. Inhale, Cobra, Bhujangasana. Roll the shoulder blades together. Keep those elbows hugged in. Tuck the toes under. Downward facing dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Beautiful. Let's breathe together. Inhale. Sigh it out. Again, inhale. Let it go. We're going to ground down through the left foot. Inhale, right leg rises. Look between your palms and step that foot there. Prep for runner's lunge. Inhale, sweep the arms high, high lunge. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, high lunge. Exhale, frame the foot. Step back to downward dog. Inhale. Ground down through the right foot. Inhale, left leg rises. Leg between your palms and step your left foot there. Prep your body here. Front knee is big. Lift the palms toward the mat. Arms rise. Inhale. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, frame. Step back to downward facing. Beautiful. Take a breath. Let it go. Ground through your left foot. Inhale, right leg rises. And then we're going to take right knee to right elbow. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, right knee to nose. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, right knee to left elbow. Pause here. Kick your right foot through to the left. Ground through your right palm. Lift the left palm high. Fall in triangle. Take a breath. And then take a seat. Reach your left arm out for your left toe. And then bring your right arm to follow. Beautiful. Find a fold here in this version of Janu Sirsasana. Take a breath. Inhale to rise. We're going to take your right palm, place it back on the mat. And then lift up through the glutes, lift the hips high. We're back in ball and triangle. Place the left palm on the mat. Three-legged dog, inhale. Beautiful. Step through. Pivot the back foot down. Warrior two. From your warrior two, sky archer, straighten the front knee, reach the arms up. Take hold of the right wrist with the left palm. Big stretch here. Exhale, warrior two, bend the front knee. From warrior two, Trikonasana. So we straighten the front leg. We reach the right arm forward and then sink that right arm down. Maybe you find a block here. Maybe that right palm comes all the way down to the ground. See if you can bring your gaze up to that top left thumbnail. Beautiful. Breathing in our triangle pose. Noticing how you feel. Noticing the lines of energy within the body. From this triangle pose, we are going to come to half moon. So from your triangle pose, we're going to launch off into half moon. So you're just going to step. Place your right palm ahead of that right foot. Left arm rises. Maybe you hold on to a block here. Beautiful. Nice half moon. Nice variation. If Shavasana, Sugar Cane pose is in your practice, bending through that left knee, finding that left foot with the left palm. Find your drishti. Breathing in your half moon. Take a big breath. If you were in Shavasana, release to half moon. One more big breath. Exhale, place that left foot down and find a wide leg fold. Inhale, roll to rise, sweep the arms up, inhale. Exhale, hands through heart center, Anjali Mudra. Oh, we've got an Amber Alert. In Johns Creek, sorry. All right, we're going to, from here, Let's take our palms behind our back. Grab opposite elbows. We're in that wide leg stance. Roll your shoulder blades back. Take a breath. We're going to find a forward fold with our arms interlaced behind our back. So maybe a gentle bend through the knees as you begin to find that fold. Beautiful. Release the palms down to the mat. Walk them out towards the doors. Half lift, breathe in. Exhale, fold. We're going to prep for Skandasana at the back of the mat. So maybe you walk your palms towards that back foot. Pivot that left foot 45 degrees. Sink the hips down. Maybe the right toes rise. Skandasana, back of the mat. Beautiful. Or side lunge. Your choice. We're going to shift our Skandasana a couple of times. So maybe your fingertips come to the mat and you walk the palms as you shift your Skandasana to the front of the mat. Beautiful. Notice how you feel. You can always take a block here for a little extra support. When you're ready, shift your Skandasana to the back of the mat. Beautiful. Skandasana, front of the mat. Shift it forward. Exhale. Breathe here. Place the palms to the mat. Shift that Skandasana to the back of the mat, but only for a moment as we turn and drain that back foot. Inhale to plank. Exhale, flow through your vinyasa, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, we meet in downward facing dog. Beautiful. Let's take that collective breath in. And sigh it out, let it go. Again, inhale through your nose. Sigh it out, let it go. All right, we're going to ground down through our right foot. Inhale, left leg rises. Exhale, left knee to left elbow. Inhale, three-legged. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, three-legged. Exhale, left knee to left elbow. Pause here. And then kick your left foot through. Find ball in triangle. Ground down through your left palm, right arm rises. Beautiful. Take a deep breath. Exhale, lower the hips down. Sweep your right arm over to your right toe. Left arm follows. Fold into this version of Jani Chaturanga. Take a deep breath. Rise up through the torso. Place the left palm on the mat. Sweep your right arm up. Lift your hips up. We're back in our fallen triangle. As you exhale, right palm to the mat. Spin the body down. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, step that left foot through. Pivot your back foot down. Arms curl, open warrior two, back of the mat. Breathe. Inhale, sky archer, straighten the front leg. Reach the left wrist up into the air. Take hold of the left wrist with the right palm. Breathe. Notice how this feels. How does this feel in your hips? How does this feel in your back body? Exhale, warrior two. From here, we come to triangle pose. We're straightening the front leg. Reach the left arm forward and sink that left arm down. Gaze goes high. Remembering that from our triangle pose, we will come to our half moon. When you are ready, finding a block if you need it, or launching off to your version of half moon. Beautiful, you guys, breathe. I want to hear you breathing, finding that drishti. You got it. If Chakasana is in your practice sugar cane pose, or if you would like to try it, you're going to bend that right knee and take hold of the right foot with the right palm. You press the left foot into, you push your right foot into your right palm. Breathe. Inhale, half moon, open the body up. And as we exhale, we're going to step that right foot down. Inhale, arms rise, wide leg to the mountain walk. Exhale, hands through heart center, forward fold. Beautiful. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. From here, gaze to your back foot. Walk the palms towards that left foot. Pivot that left foot 45 degrees. Find Skandasana back of the mat. See if you can sink into it. Find your version. Maybe your left palm comes down to the mat and the right arm reaches high. Maybe you stay high. We're going to shift to the top of the mat. Decide how you get there. Skandasana, top of the mat. Beautiful. Breathe. Beautiful variations. We shift back to the back of the mat. Skandasana. Skandasana, front of the mat. Place the palms down to the mat. Turn the body forward. Pivot onto the ball of that left foot. Step back to plank. Inhale. Exhale, flow through your vinyasa. Inhale, that heart open. Exhale, we meet in downward facing. Beautiful. Let's take a collective breath in. Side out. Inhale, rise on the toes. Exhale, bend the knees. Switch the gaze. Step, hop, float. Make your way to the top. Half lift. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Sun salutation B. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Sink your hips low. Utkatasana, chair pose. Exhale, mountain. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Sink the hips low. Chair. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, flow through your vinyasa. And we'll meet in downward facing dog. Beautiful. Grounding down through that left foot. Inhale, right leg rises. Exhale, right knee to right elbow. Inhale, three leg. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, right knee to left elbow. Pause. Kick the right foot through. Ground through the right palm. Left arm rises, gaze high, bow and triangle. Hips are high. Breathe. Exhale, drop your hips down. Sweep the arms to the left foot. Find a fold. Inhale, rise through the torso. And place that right palm back onto the mat. Square it on the mat next to your right hip. Sweep your left arm high. Lift the hips back up. Beautiful. Exhale, place your left palm down. Pivot the body down. Inhale, three-legged dog. Look between your palms and step your foot there. Pivot the back foot down. Cartwheel the arms open, warrior two. Beautiful. Breathe. Inhale, sky archer. Straighten the front leg. Reach the right arm up. Take hold of that right wrist with the left palm. Exhale, warrior two. On your inhale, triangle pose. Straighten the front leg. Reach the right arm forward. Sink it down, Trikonasana. Breathe. From our triangle pose, we launch off to our half moon, your version. Make your way there. Breathe. Find your versions here. Maybe you open up your half moon into that sugar king pose. Maybe you even rise to a dancer. Find your drishti here. Find your body, your breath. your lines of energy. Everybody looks so beautiful. Excellent. Wherever you are, we're going to come back to that half moon. As we exhale, step that left foot down. Walk the palms to that left side. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Turn your toes inward, heels out. Do a little micro bend in the knees as we roll to rise. Sweep those arms up. And then as we exhale, turn your thumbs outward. We're going to interlace the palms or the arms behind that, grabbing opposite elbows like we did before. See if you can grab the other elbow. If you can do it differently than you did last time. Take a breath. Exhale, find fold. Release the palms down to the mat. Walk them out towards the door. Inhale, reach it out, half lift. Exhale, fold. Option here for an inversion. You are already in an inversion now. You're in an inversion anytime that your heart is above your head. But if you have a handstand practice, a pincha practice, any type of inversion practice you would like to try here, this is your moment. Breathing in our inversions, breathing in our folds. You have another opportunity as well. Beautiful. Inhale, half lift. As we exhale, pivot your left foot to the back of the mat. Sink that hip over to the left foot, Skandasana. Maybe that left palm meets the mat, the right arm rises. Breathe. Bring your hands to heart space. We're going to shift to the top of the mat, Skandasana, top of the mat. Beautiful. Maybe that right arm comes down, left arm reaches high. How do you feel in this moment? How do you feel in your spiritual body? How do you feel in your physical body? How do you feel emotionally? Hands to heart center. Take a breath. We shift to the back of the mat, Skandasana. Place your palms down to the mat and pivot the body to the back of the room. Inhale to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Lower the body down. Inhale, heart opens. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's take that collective breath in. Sigh it out. Again, inhale. Sigh it out. We're going to ground through the right foot. Inhale, left leg rises. Exhale, left knee to left elbow. Inhale, reach that three leg. Exhale, left knee to nose. Inhale, three leg. Exhale, left knee to right elbow. Kick the left foot through. Tall and triangle, ground through your left palm, right arm rises, hips are high. Exhale, drop your hips down. Sweep the arm to the left foot. Beautiful. Find your fold. We'll rise through the torso. Take your left palm, place it outside of your left hip. Sweep your right arm high. Lift up into your fallen triangle. Notice these lines of your body. Notice how strong you are. Exhale, bring that right palm down. We pivot onto that right foot and send the left leg high. Exhale, left foot steps between the palms. Pivot the back foot down. Arms cartwheel open, warrior two, back of the mat. Breathe. Beautiful. Finding that Ujjayi breath, coming back to the ocean breath. Sky archer, straighten the front leg, reach the arms high, left wrist to right palm. Gentle pull of the body. Breathe in. the left arm forward, send the hips to the front of the room. Send that left arm down, trikonasana, gaze high, triangle pose. Beautiful. You know where we go from here? We launch off to that half move. Find your way there. Find your dristy. Find your dristy. Breathe into it. Beautiful. That was great. Alright, now from here, find your version. Maybe it's sugar cane. Maybe even rock since you dancer. Or you stay grounded in your health. Semi-grounded. Exhale. If you are in dancer, if you are in sugar cane, let's open back up to our half moon. Keep your dristy. We have that external dristy, that spot that we stare at. We find that line on the floor, but also your internal dristy. Find those lines within and hold them. Take a breath. And as we exhale, we'll step that right toe down. Walk the palms to wide-legged, facing the mountain wall. Beautiful. Inhale, sweep the arms high. And then let's exhale and interlace the elbows behind the back. Or interlace the grab opposite elbows behind the back. Beautiful. Take a breath and a forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, place those palms to the mat. Walk them towards the door. Exhale, fold. Beautiful. Pivot your right foot to the front of the room. And Skandasana to the top of the mat. Don't know what is going on with my playlist, but we're here. From this Skandasana, maybe right palm down, left arm rises. Breathe here. We're nice and open. We're nice and warm. Hands to heart center. Pivot. Skandasana back of the mat. Shift, I should say. Maybe that left palm down, right arm reaches up for that extra hip opening. Hands come to heart. Shift to the top of the mat. Skandasana, top of the mat. Breathe. Beautiful. We're going to place this left palm down. We're going to roll onto the ball of the left foot. We face the front of the room, frame that front foot, step back to plank, inhale. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, flow through your vinyasa. Beautiful. Meeting in that downward facing dog. Come back to your breath. Come back to those feelings. Have you noticed anything different today? Physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. Inhale. Let it go. We'll flow through both sides one more time. Right leg rises. Inhale. Exhale. Right elbow to right knee. Inhale. Extend through leg. Exhale. Knee to nose. Inhale. Extend. Exhale, knee to left elbow. Kick it through. Ground through the right palm. Left arm rises. Exhale, sink the hips down. Left arm reaches left foot. Right arm follows. Find the fold. Inhale, rise. Bring your right arm with you. Right palm to mat. Place the right palm down. Sweep the left arm high. We're in our fallen triangle. Place that left hand down, roll onto the ball of the left foot, and bring that right leg out, three-legged. Look between your palms, see where that foot's going, step it there. Beautiful. Pivot your back foot down and cartwheel the arms up in warrior two. Notice how you feel, notice the lines of energy running from your fingertips. Beautiful. Inhale, sky arches, straighten the front leg. Take your right wrist to your left palm. Pull up through the right side body. Breathe in. Exhale, warrior two. Trikonasana. Straighten the front knee. Send your hips to the back of the room. Reach that right arm forward. Sink it down. Gaze high. Beautiful. We know where we go from here, so decide if you need a block, how you want to get there. Launch off to your half moon, to your sugar cane. Find your dristi. Feel grounded, grip into the mat. Find whatever version of this asana you need. Stay if you need. Breathe. I want to hear that pranayama, that ocean breath. If you are in sugar cane or dancer, come back to half moon. Exhale, left foot steps down to the mat. Walk the palms to the long side of the mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep the arms overhead. And then we're going to sweep the arms behind the body, finding the opposite elbows. Inhale, lift up through the heart space. Exhale, fold. Beautiful, breathe. Maybe you sway side to side. Maybe you release your palms down to the mat. Maybe you find an inversion practice now. Maybe a tripod headstand. Maybe just stay in your wide-legged. Beautiful. Allow your vertebra to release. Shake your head no. Nod your head up. When you're ready, inhale to a half lift. Pivot your left foot to the back of the mat. Sink your hips to the left. Skandasana, back of the room. Beautiful. Shift to the front. Skandasana, front of the mat. Shift to the back of the mat. Right that back foot. Turn to the back of the room. Inhale, plank. Maybe it's three-legged. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, heart opener of choice. We meet and exhale together. Beautiful. We ground down through the right foot, left leg rises. Exhale, left knee to left elbow. Inhale, extend. Exhale, left knee to nose. Inhale, extend. Exhale, left knee to right elbow, kick it through. We'll ground through the right palm, left palm, right arm rises. Hips are high, breathe in. Exhale, sink it down. Sweep the arms over to the right. Exhale to a fold. Beautiful. Take an extra breath in this fold. Inhale, rise up. Left palm comes outside that left hip. Sweep that right arm high. Lift the hips high to follow. Fallen triangle. Exhale, right palm to the mat. Pivot onto the right ball of the foot and sweep that left leg out. Inhale, three leg. Look between your palms. Exhale, step it there. Pivot the back foot down. Warrior two, back of the room. Sky archer, straighten the front leg. Reach your left arm up into the air. Take hold of your left wrist. Pull that left wrist to the front of the room. Breathe in. Exhale, warrior two. We find our triangle pose by straightening the front leg. Bring the hips to the front of the room. Reach the left arm forward. Sink it down, triangle. Inhale, gaze high. Beautiful. Y'all know where we go from here. Launch off. Find your way. Find your version. Floats to your half moon. Maybe you find that chakasana on this last one, bending through that right knee, pressing that right palm, foot into palm. Maybe you rise. Maybe you find front of the room. Skandasana to the front. Skandasana to the back. Skandasana to the front. Woo! 2 more. Skandasana to the back. Skandasana to the front. Turn and face that front leg. Frame that front foot. Step back to plank. 3-leg. Inhale. Exhale. Chaturanga. Lower it down. Inhale. Heart opens. Exhale. Downward facing dog. Take a collective breath in. Sigh it out. Step the feet wider than the hips. Inhale, rise on the toes and bring them down to the mat. Send the knees wide. Untuck the toes, hips to heels, child's pose. Breathe here. Feel the benefits of the practice. Feel your breath. Notice how your mat feels beneath your body. Notice your thoughts. Notice your emotions. Maybe you bend through the elbows. Find prayer palms behind the head. If you would like to find a threaded needle here, reach your arms out long in your child's pose. And when you're ready, inhale, reach that right arm out. Exhale, thread it through. Drop on that right shoulder. You have the option of lifting that left arm up, back, and around. Finding a bind, maybe back of the palm to the small of the back, or maybe you're open enough in this warmth to reach that left arm to the right hip crease. If you are bound, unwinding gently, carefully. In your child's pose, look between your palms. Breathe in, kind of a half lift on the fingertips. Exhale, sink it down, chest to the mat. We'll find our threaded needle on the left side. Inhale, reach that left arm out, open it up, and then thread it through as you exhale and drop on the left shoulder. Left cheek to the mat. Find the bind if it feels good, reaching that right arm up, back, and around, or keeping it to the top of the mat. Again, notice how you feel as you unbind and unwind. Come into that half lift, child's pose, fingertips lift up, breathe in, exhale, child. Gaze between your palms. Pull the body forward. Sink the hips down, press the palms into the mat. Inhale, lift up through the heart space, Bhujangasana. And then exhale, hips to heels, child's pose. Walk the palms back to the body and rise through the torso. You can cross your legs beneath your body. Find yourself on your glutes. And if you'd like to come through both, you can, or just leave me on the mat. Inhale, reach the arms out, reach the shins out, extend the body long, roll the shoulders open. Feel the inner fire that's shaking. It's called your Agni. Take a breath. Exhale, lower that body down, all the way down to the mat. Beautiful. Take that breath. And let it go. From here, let's tuck both knees into the chest. Give yourself a hug. Place the soles of the feet onto the mat. Windshield wipering the legs from side to side. Maybe you'll open the arms up wide and practice the arms practice that we've shared as a collective, I